Hey, you guys, let's go ahead and do a tea leaf reading. We're going to just see what the energies are surrounding the collective right now. We do have that full moon in Cancer, or I'm sorry, Capricorn coming up. And so this is about a culmination, an ending, a completion. You should be getting some type of information around this full moon. So keep that in mind, you guys. Really set your intentions for what you want to let go of, moon rituals, if you have tarot cards or oracle cards, clear those, your crystals, your talismans, whatever it is that you use. Okay. Capricorn is about the patriarch. It's about, traditions. It's about our work, our reputation, things like that. So that could be in the forefront as well. We are in Mercury shadow, so I do want to say, be mindful of starting new things, okay? We also just had Neptune go retrograde. We got Pluto retrograde, Mercury's in shadow, Saturn's in shadow. So really, whenever we have retrograde planets, this is an opportunity for us to really go inward. It's not about starting new things and doing new things. It's about really working on the things that we've already started and, begun and whatnot, right? So this is an opportunity for all of us to really go within, think about how we feel about, the things in our lives. Is it really making us happy? And I talked about the career. And so happiness, career, and we've got the mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So it's like, maybe for some of you, you're not happy with your job, but you stay there, because you're afraid of change. Well, it pays the bills, or, they need me, or I don't leave because, these people whatever the fucking excuses that we all have. Okay. And for others of you, you're going to be stubborn and you're going to, whatever you're doing when it comes to your career really fucking makes you happy, And yeah, you might not be getting the mother load off of it, but it's like, we always hear the saying, like, what would you do if it didn't feel like work? Well, if you think that the accolades are going to just come overnight, it's not. For some of you, yeah, maybe, but the faster you rise, the faster you fall. So it's like building with bricks and mortar and just keep going. So some of you guys are going to be very stubborn and just, stick with whatever you're doing because you really love it. You really love what you do. For others of you, maybe it's like you love what you do, but maybe you need to switch companies that you're doing it for or start your own, So what do we got here? What do we got here for the collective? Okay, we've got rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. We've got butterfly, a change for the better. So yeah, if you're dealing with somebody who is really just, I keep hearing unscrupulous. Okay, I don't ever use that word, so unscrupulous. Like, why do you want to deal with somebody who's stubborn and boastful and arrogant and, fuck off. Okay, fuck off. Make that change. It's for the better. We got, a cock over here, rooster. Maybe that person is the first word I used. So, something here about the birds, paying attention to birds. Some of you guys are flying. Maybe you're traveling for work. We got the vulture, another bird. I've never gotten this card in this entire deck ever in the years that I've had it. And I've had it for a really long time. The vulture is depression, anxiety, worry that something is against, or someone is against you. Maybe people are, rooting for your failure. Maybe people are working against you. Maybe they are, especially if you're dealing with this stubborn mule, aka jackass, person who, like, to get their point across, they're always yelling and screaming and, they're angry. Like, some people are passionate and people can take that, especially if you're sensitive, as yelling and screaming. I'm very passionate when I'm doing my shit, and people can take that as me being mean or me being, angry. I'm not angry, it's just whoever I'm tapped into, and my spirit guides seem to be really fucking fiery. But I am getting a lot of birds because we got the birds here in the happiness. We got a bird here with the, rooster, and we got a bird here with the vulture. So pay attention to the messages that you're receiving. And then we also have another winged, creature here. We've got the butterfly. It's like, start looking at trying to see beauty in a situation. Oh my God. And then we got the peacock, another bird. So beware of great pride. So be mindful of your own pride, be mindful of other people's. We've got the tankard here, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. What else do we have? What else do we have? Let me keep going. We've got love and we got the horse. So a short journey. And we got love. So I did say some of you guys would be traveling for work. We've got the dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. Huh. So I feel like for some of you, you're fearing the worst in a situation. And I think a lot of you, this does have to do with your career. And maybe it's more about like, do you even love what you do anymore? And there might need to be a severance. And it's almost like you're being given the signs that there has to be a severance. It's like, how many birds are messengers, you know, how many messages do you need before you realize like something just really isn't good for you anymore? It's bringing stress, worry, strife, but there is a change for the better. It's just a matter of being in alignment with it and letting go of people, places, and situations that aren't bringing you the happiness that you deserve. And, you know, you may love what you do, but you can also do it elsewhere. What do we got here? We got the broom. Yeah, new home, new attitude. So that could even be just a new place of employment, you know, home, you know, because our employment is it's our secondary home. You know, if you don't, like for me, fortunately I work for myself, you know, I work from home. But for others of you, I feel like this is more about like, you need a new environment. It's a new environment. What else do we have here? Let's see. Oh, we got the kangaroo. Lots of animals popping out. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. And we got another bird, owl. How many birds is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 birds. It's a lot of birds. And we got kangaroos and mules and horses. What else do we got here? The owl says good advice from a wise person. Gong, an exciting event. You know, reach out for advice. Talk to somebody who's been in your situation, you know, especially like an old timer. You know, as you get older, you start realizing like you don't want to be in environments that make you sick. When you're on your way to work, you're like crying, you're trying to suck it back so, you know, you can take the redness out of your face and the puffiness out of your eyes so that you can make it through another day, you know, like fuck all that. I want to be in a position of like enjoying what I do, you know, loving what I do. And, you know, I think that a new environment, it's going to give you a whole new attitude and a whole new like perspective on life of like, oh, I don't have to be here to make myself feel like shit just to, you know, pay my bills. Like, fuck that. We got tree affairs with your family. So for a lot of you, it's like, yeah, you might have a family and that's why. We got V for victory in some endeavor. So whatever it is that you guys are doing, especially when it comes to work, if you guys are severing ties or you got fired, maybe for some of you, you're getting fired. This is actually in the best interest of you. So don't take it to heart. Don't be upset about it. Like, you know, thank the universe for getting you out of that situation because they could see that you weren't happy. So I'm going to leave that there, you guys. Short but sweet. I love you all so much. If you're interested in a personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com. And like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this reading resonates. Anyway, have a beautiful day, you guys, and happy full moon. I'll be here to talk about it. Stay tuned.